press. What's up? Who's another Sentinel other than Robo Higgins and King Shock? Havens? 30 days.
Formanos.
Formanos is not in the platoon at the moment.
He just got online though, so he might be in the outfit.
Gotcha, I see him. Oh, you guys can move in your own chat. They're more of a SEAL, like a SEAL Team 6, as everybody nicknames them. They're extremely organized. They usually drop out of a galaxy. They move in together, usually with a max in the front, or maybe two maxes in the front. They're just extremely organized. The reason why I separated them from the regular group is to bring a new aspect to the game. Because if you play this game as much as I do, it kind of gets boring, so it gives them a little bit more of a challenge to be on time, to go through the training. When they go into a building, they're assigned a corner to stay in to protect the door, and they just work really well together, and they really are fucking good. If you want to join them, you got to talk to Robocaster or Dan. I'm pretty sure you'll probably get in tonight, considering that not a lot of people are showing up, which I'm kind of disappointed. I had 8 Sentinels Friday. I only have 4 right now.
No, you got 5. I need to be moved into Delta. It's Barb.
Same camp.
Who else needs to be, Dr. Novikov's not, right?
Why do I keep having problems with my jetpack on the light assault?
It's alright, we're going to be changing the build of the entire squad.
Who said that? I see 3 people lighting up. What is your name? Oh, hey, Polly. Are you, were you in the Sentinels originally? Well, I mean, have you ever trained with them yet? Well, message Robocaster in game or open up a private chat and ask him if that you would like to apply to it. I don't know if he wants to have a full team. I don't know what he really wants to do tonight. He's the leader of it, along with Dan 72. Formanos, yeah, I know. I'll move you over. Yep.
Looks like we got one fire team here.
Guys, this is probably the best time to go take a break or grab something. We'll probably, more people log on around 9. I'll still be here, so if you guys still want to run a small, little...
I'm gonna grab a drink, be right back.
Are we not having a problem with the light assault jetpack?
It's not over. It's just being split up again. This happens usually every night. Most of our Rangers are actually Sentinel, but then this is what goes on. Usually we start getting back up into the air. We work on our air piloting, our formation. So it's not over. It's over at 10 o'clock. That's when I'll be disappearing. But most people grab dinner around 8:30, except for the Sentinels. Caltech, are you, you're not a Sentinel, are you? Alright, I'm gonna move everybody into Bravo, except for some people, like some guy. I'll reopen, see if we can get some pub.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Not much.
What's going on, man?
Hey Robo, how many do you have?
Right now I got 7.
How many do you want?
As many as we can get. As long as you listen and stay in your role that I assign you and you do well, that's what we need.
Infantry only?
Yeah.
Why are people getting kicked out of this platoon?
Just go ahead and invite me, Robo. Zach.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Oh no, it's Dan.
Hello then.
What's going on, guys? I'll be right back. I gotta get some Excedrin. That class gave me a headache.
Ooh, brain damage. Dirtle, you in this chat right now?
Yeah.
I'm probably going to talk to some of the pilots, Solars, if you're still listening. I'll probably talk to you in a little bit.
Ethos, Sentinel Squad, radio check.
Hey, how's it going?
Yep.
I'm here.
Just trying to turn you guys up right now. Holding.
I'll hear. We might even be joining United because we barely have a platoon or a squad, and all the Sentinels are kicking ass over there. No, not yet, not just yet. We are staying on Esamir for the remainder of the night, probably.
So, guess. You or
Okay, I'll invite you. Yeah.
Okay, who parked that Galaxy?
Alright, everybody check your maps. We're gonna be meeting up in a bit.
Robocaster, I can barely hear you.
Yeah, but Robo, you just went really quiet.
What about now?
That's better.
A little bit.
What about now?
Yeah, that's better.
Alright, I'm back.
You in game?
Alright, so what's the difference between a suppressor and a flash suppressor in terms of mechanics?
We'll be in.
Flash.
Who was that? Can I hear you?
Who just asked about the flash suppression?
Ollie?
Your mic is a little low.
Who was that? I need to turn them up.
Scrolled over it. Oh, I'm not sure.
Who was that?
Dance Polly. Turn him up.
If anybody's in the air, platoon waypoint, I have 2 Liberators shooting at Garrick from Longbow.
Alright, who was asking about the suppression?
So we're gonna go ahead and get this started right now. We're already 10 minutes late. That's something we need to start improving on. First day for me back, and some of us go in school, we got that. But new people, we're always trying to start anyway at 8:30. All right, so be here by 8:30.
Yeah, Mondays that won't work for me. I'll probably be like 8:35 every Monday,
Right now
but
we're
other
just
than that, I'll be
taking
good.
a short break. A lot of people had to go eat. We did a phenomenal op between 5 and about 8:30. We did a really nice job tonight. And
Alright, so Rebel, I had a revelation while I was in
Sentinels
class
are
as I
running
was
right now.
twiddling my thumbs. You ready to hear it?
We're probably going to get this kicking around 9:15 for some last minute.
Rebel.
I'm sorry, man. I couldn't hear you over Blackbird. What were you saying?
So I think we should all be medics. Every single one of us. We will always revive each other. They'll be like, they're never stopping.
It's
But
good.
then there's
What
a
are we gonna do about tanks and air?
May I
Medics
interject
can have
here?
C4. So we'll just continuously run up there, and as one falls down, we revive them and get them up. I'm just playing. That
So
was just
you
a
want
funny thing.
you want to just stack bodies on top of each other, and then just hopefully we can make a human ladder up to a Liberator and blow it up.
At least you understand.
All right, Dirtle. I need you to go heavy assault. So the new composition is going to be heavy assaults, medics, and engineers. Something we need to this I don't really know if we're going to be doing much training, but there are going to be a bunch of different gear set changes is what we're doing. So stand by. I'll get the notes out. Alright, so from now on, whenever we need to redeploy to somewhere, we're going to be using the /suicide command, so you need to get good at that. Not pressing your redeploy and then deploy, because that's a 30-second deployment as opposed to a 15-second deployment at the most. So that's something we need to start practicing now, /suicide, and doing suicide hops. So if I tell you, alright, we got to get to Isotech plant, but we're at the biodome, we need to suicide hop. So you're going to /suicide, hop south. As soon as you get into that spawn room closest to the south, suicide again, hop south. That's something that we need to start utilizing for speed. It's a lot more efficient when we have that kind of speed on our side. Also, nobody here is ever going to use the deployment drop unless instructed to. And there's always going to be given a 5-second count. So whenever we do a drop, we're going to be saying, you know, open up your maps, I'll give you the location, and I'll do a 5-second. 5-second I think is a little bit better than 3-second like what Blackbird does, because sometimes people are fumbling with their fucking faces or something, I don't know. Also, no more vehicle or maxes pulls unless instructed to, alright? That way, if we say everybody pull a Reaver, we're not waiting for somebody's cooldown who's still got 7 minutes on it. You know, we can all pull Reavers at the same time, and we can roll out that way. On gal drops, the pilot is always going to be the infiltrator, so whoever pulls needs to switch to infiltrator, and then their job is going to be to hack out an AMS, alright? So we're not going to have assigned infiltrators. You're going to be either heavy, medic, or engineer. These are the new roles that we have to be rolling with. We're going to start practicing max crashes and light crashes. How many of you are familiar with a max or a light crash? And have ever seen a
Yes, and
good
I'm
one done?
spec for both. Yes.
What do you mean by a crash?
Absolutely.
A
Everyone
crash
gets
is the
one and
best
we
way
run
to
in
take
and kill
a
everything.
biodome. So if we're ever taking a biodome, we'll take an outpost, and then we'll say max crash. Everybody grabs a max and waits outside. You never go inside of the points because they can fucking C4 it and kill you through the walls. So you never ever go in unless instructed to. We're always going to be doing countdowns. We got to start doing countdowns more. People need to be fast on this shit. The only people that are ever going to stay in their class is going to be medics and engineers. All right. The only heavies are completely the combat aspect. They are the backbone of this. They are the infantry in this squad now. The medics and engineers, you just need to do your roles, supply ammo, keep maxes repaired, keep maxes alive, keep troopers alive. All right. You have to be good in your role, and you have to. There's going to be minimum requirements. So if you're going to be a medic, you have to have at least med gun 5. If you're going to be an engineer, you have to have at least engineer gun 5, and then ammo 3 at least. You know, stuff like that. I only need 2 medics and 2 engineers. All right, so that's something we're going to have to discuss more about, making sure heavies are heavies and medics are medics. I got 3 medics right now, and I got 1 engineer. I'll probably end up asking one of those medics to go engineer. So if you guys don't play it, maybe, you know, at least get med gun up. That's all we really need.
Well,
Did you already go over
Professor?
the role assignments?
No, not yet. I'm just looking at the notes and something. Oh, from now on, everybody's suit requirement is going to be flak. 40% reduction of explosions. When somebody can farm us so easily with Zephyrs or HE, we're going to have that 40% armor reduction. Or flak reduction. It's just so imperative for us to stay alive, and that allows us to have the most survivability. So when you're in this kit, make sure you have
Is that the same
if you
for
don't have
heavies?
40%, at least get the 31% or whatever the hell it is, because that alone will at least let you survive a grenade. Yeah, everybody. You shouldn't need that ammo pouch. Like, I invested in the ammo pouch, but I do that on my own time because we have engineers here. We're not going to need to carry 10 rounds of
Alright, so
rockets.
flak
I can
level
carry my
4 at
standard
minimum.
4 and get supplied by my engineers. So as long as engineers are doing their jobs, right, flak level 4 is what you guys need to start saving up. Whatever class you're going to be playing primarily, flak level 4 is what we need. So, out of my medics that I have now, I know Barb is good. Pharmas, I don't think I've played with you. Drunk Mommy, this
I'm
is
a
your
good
first
medic
day
as well.
here. I'm going to need somebody to go engineer. So who of you 3 does not have medgun 6?
It's Barb, I don't.
Pharmos.
I do not.
I have a brigade of 5.
I've got medgun 4.
Drunk Mommy, what do you have as far as medgun?
I got medgun 4. I just rolled this character yesterday, so all my
Right,
stuff is
okay.
pretty much blank. But my medics got flak 3, med
Alright,
armor 4.
That's
and I've
fine.
got a
3
Carnage
medics is
assault
fine.
rifle and a,
Dan,
what's the
I
other
know
one?
you are a
The
badass
platinum.
engineer, and you just mentioned it. So you also said you got medic though. So are you
I'm
think
pumped
you'll?
up everywhere.
Okay. All right. So we'll have you rolling as engineer this time. 3 medics is fine as long as you make sure you keep all 6 of our heavies alive. All right.
Alright, so heal first, shoot second.
Yeah, that's you got to know your role, guys. Engineers, you got to know you got to put ammo down, shoot second. All right. Don't ever medics and engineers should never be at the front foremost of the fight. It always needs to be the heavies. And heavies, you need to start looking into what shields are better. If you're fucking great on KD, you always want adrenaline shield. If you're not and you use your shield more for preventive maintenance like I do, like I activate it once I'm going to start getting shot, you're going to want nano mesh. If you just want a lot of life, you need absorption, but you have to have absorption with the extra life applicator for your armor. And since we're rolling flak right now, absorption isn't going to give you your maximum health. Alright, so, at this time, are there any questions? I'm sure there's going to be a bunch to change this. It's not going to change our troop leading procedures or the way we enter and clear buildings. It's not going to change. You're still going to have our heavies up front, medics in the middle. You know, engineers are still going to be stacking. It's just going to be spread out a little bit more. We're not going to be pulling maxes and having one max constantly. We're going to be pulling maxes for crashes. Any questions?
Just what I put in squad chat.
I was just gonna ask if you wanted to recap which generator we should have.
My one question would be, what would we do if a lot of our squad members are dead?
Alright, so
Like
a
all
lot of our
medics
squad
gone,
members
for
are
example.
dead. I mean, we can clearly see if all the medics are dead, we're fucked anyways. So immediately we're /suicide. If you're the last man, there's no point. Like, what are you gonna get? Maybe 1 or 2 more kills before they kill you? No, you're slowing down the entire squad. If you start noticing all your medics are dead, and unless you're that last guy that can somehow magically turn into an infiltrator and hack an AMS and get everybody going, it's gonna be situational, alright? But primarily what I'd like you to do is /suicide, and then I'll call the rally point. And we're always going to have rally points. I'm pretty sure, Dan, you went over this last week, didn't you?
Yes, we did contingency plans in case we die, and the situation changed. So if the medics are alive, the goal is to stay dead and see if they can get you up. If all the medics are dead, stand by for further instructions from the squad leader.
And one
Alright,
thing-
but me as a squad leader, I'm always going to give you a rally point, alright? I'm always going to tell you, this is where we're meeting up if shit goes down, alright? If you respawn and shit's bad, this is where we're meeting up. I'm always going to do that. I always have. We always have our fallback and rally positions.
Is there going to be a difference in how we're stacking since we're almost all going to be heavies now? Is there going to be a set person all the time at point, or is that changing?
No, what's going to happen is the first man is going to line up as soon as he sees that there's a door. If we're moving slow, like we're still going to be moving, alright? People still need to know that this is why you can't just rely on the max to always do this and this. You just have to understand the concepts of entering and clearing buildings so you can adjust fire if needed, alright? Because it's not always going to be the same stack, but everybody needs to know how to get into a building. Heavies are always going to be first. We're always going to have one heavy at the end, so if you notice that there's not a heavy, you need to be the one to do such. For right now, tonight, Durden, you're going to be last man, okay?
I am alright.
Yep, so this means that once we stack, alright, so we see a door, we stack up. I'll call the stack. I'll be the first one in. Primarily, we'll try to do it as best as we can to where I'm the first one in. I'll try to always be on my feet for that. Durden, you're always the last man, so as soon as you're stacked and on the wall, everybody else should already be there. It shouldn't be a question. You need to just tell me last man.
There you
Are we
did.
still,
And then
are we still
Dirtle
taking
is-
max
oh.
and on basic operations
Yeah,
just
Dirtle.
one?
say again.
Or are
about
we
the
still
map?
going to utilize a max going in
Still gonna
like we
just
were
save them
before,
for the
where we always
crashes.
had a max up?
We'll
or are
see.
we
I mean,
still using those only as
that
called
did seem to
upon?
work out pretty well, having 2 engineers, you know, spam healing the max when he went in. We might end up continue doing that. We'll see how much we get our fucking face stomped in tonight, and then figure it out.
Alright,
So we're still
I have a
pulling
couple
the rear
questions actually.
Go ahead.
One thing, if the point man is killed, how do we know who goes in?
Second in line. We're always going to try to do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just look at your number, know your number, try to be that in the stack. I mean, I'm going to try to
so
make
are
it
you
as
going to be
simple as
organizing
that.
those?
It needs to be simple because otherwise people are going to be worrying too much about.
Okay, and
Alright, so then-
one last question then. I know you guys probably keep it cut tight on comms, but as a squad member, what do you want me to say? Do you want me to call out contacts? Do you want me to call out enemies, or do you just want me to listen?
No, we thrive on communication here, so it's always going to have to be pertinent information, not fucking garbage like Hey guys, this is a great time to ask, what machine gun's best for the heavy assault? No. So keep it relevant to the mission. So, a few weeks ago we went in over clearing a building, so if you went in and you saw that there was, if you come in here, stick with me right now, so if you came into this room and noticed that there was this big ass block here in the middle of the room, and you can't see what's behind the block, you'd call that as a dead zone, right? So you'd come in, you say dead zone middle, door right, you just call out everything you're seeing, and then you have to call out contacts and cardinal direction. Big thing is also, we do not sprint. We always walk, and if we can, we'll always crouch, because it allows us to be our most combat effective. It allows you to have the smallest amount
so we're in no hurry.
hip fire reticle. It's just best for us as a unit if we're constantly crouch walking. Now, in a game that is a lot on like speed zerg and that kind of stuff, I mean,
Plus,
that's
when you
generally why
walk, you
we'll
have a
take points
quicker
where
aim
people
down the
don't
sight
expect that.
timing.
Yeah, and as like I said, when you crouch, you have better aiming anyways, so we're already eliminating that. Unless, of course, we're crossing and bounding in Overwatch. So if we notice that, alright, we got a big-ass field we got to get to, you sprint then. But you always make sure that your sprint isn't toggled. You always make sure that you have it set to press.
I have a question. Are we gonna split the squads like we did last time, or are we gonna keep it one big one?
Right now, I want to keep it as one big one. Just again, this is all just trying our new loadouts and seeing how that performs. All right, as long as everybody listens and performs their roles as they're instructed, remembers rally points, remembers things like that, I think we'll do fine. All right, we'll get our SOPs on entering buildings, stacks, and that kind of stuff down as we go. I mean, really, that's the only way to train is really to do this.
Are we gonna do
Again, like I said, I'm not a brain scientist or whatever terminology that is, so I do need input from you guys. If you guys think something else can change, or something else can be improved, then by all means, yes, we'll take it into consideration and find out. Go ahead. You might have to turn up your outbound. I don't know. Is it quiet to anybody else?
Yeah, he's pretty quiet. He's always.
Any better at all? Any better?
Yeah, much better.
Alright, are we gonna do any practice stacks on this building for anybody that has just joined? So they get the bases down?
You don't want me being a point man as an engineer, do you?
No. But I do need you being the team leader and the squad leader.
Alright, you mind if I use rear up as the code word for when I'm at the back and I've got security on rear of the stack?
Ready up.
Ready up?
Yeah. Doesn't matter, as long as up is what I want to hear. I don't give a shit what you put in front of you. Banana up, for all I care. Up. I need to know that you're ready.
At least banana up's very distinguishable.
Indeed it is.
Banana.
We could be vulgar about it.
What is he saying up for?
Like when the rear is up and you're ready to proceed.
Have you guys moved to another
Last
squad?
and it's fall in.
Normally you just say last man, it's understood.
Who's still missing? Farmos?
He had to restart his network, he said.
Oh, we need King Shotgun in here.
You can invite me back now.
We always used up when relating to weapons being ready to fire.
Yeah, exactly. Or like if Bravo team is, you know, up, that kind of stuff. You need to know that somebody's if you're bounding and that kind of shit. So you always do last man.
Yeah. What we use for something like that is like set. At least that's what. I don't know. Branches could be different, but moving and set. That's how you bound. Moving set. Moving set. Set was in position, up was, you know, gun up. I just reloaded, now I'm good, my gun jammed. But I fixed it, now it's good. Yeah.
This fucking system is so stupid how I can't drag people to the numerical value I want them to be.
Yeah.
Alright, which one of you medics has a heavy max as a secondary?
I purchased 2 hacksaws, but it's unupgraded.
That's fine, we need the hacksaws. You're going max this operation, and you're staying
Alright,
completely max.
I've never used hacksaws before, okay?
It's fine, just
I don't have
alternate
much
fire.
max
Make sure
skill.
you hold down right mouse and then left mouse when you reload. That's all you do is you alternate.
You just use one
Otherwise
gun
you'll
and swap
bleed
the other
ammo.
gun? You don't
Yeah,
use
otherwise
both
you
at the same
bleed
time?
ammo so fast.
Alright.
Yeah, and you'll be black on ammo for so long when you bleed it like that.
Alright, just keep in mind, because I just rolled NC, I still have a little bit of a learning curve with this. I spent all last night learning the medic gun. I guess I'll spend this op learning the max gun.
Yeah. Alright, so we are rolling out. So in this operation, whenever we're entering a building, max is always going to be first. Well, I like that. I like having that big ass dude up front. So that's what you need to know, Dunk. Alright, anytime we see a building, max is rolling up first. You're going to be the first one in, and we're always going to tell you to scout it out. So you're going to peek your head around, look what you see. If there's a lot of enemies, you're going to have engineers that are going to be spamming heals on you before you even go in. So hopefully, you know, your body will deflect
I'm the tank,
bullets
man.
and shit. Exactly, that's what we use our max for when we're entering buildings. And you never run as a max because you're going to leave us behind. So you always just walk also.
Alright.
Looks more intimidating that way anyways.
I think the max entry is very, very effective. I know whenever it's been used on me, it works.
Alright, so let's get everybody's kit. Go ahead and grab your max right now, then we'll start practicing these building clears.
Okay, let me see if I can
For
serve
some of you,
a
this
little
may
bit.
be a review. For others, this is going to be brand new, so just bear with us.
Is there a specific way you would want me to use the charge button, or is it just going to be a get the hell out of there button?
Yeah, that's just your fallback button. You pretty don't want to use that too often. Alright, so this gentleman, I assume I don't have any ladies here, so this is a center fed room. And when you ever enter a center fed room, we're always going to stack on one side. So Max, you know, will always be the first one. I'll call stack right, center fed room, stack right. So you're going to run over to the right side of the door.
Yeah.
And that's the left, right side.
You're rather right.
Alright, and everybody else is going to follow in behind. So the 2 engineers are going to be on the max. Medics are going to be after the engineers. And heavies are all going to be in the rear, looking out and looking up and pulling security every which else, alright? Try not to move around too much, because, I mean, I know it's Quake engine, you want to fucking jump around because it makes you go faster and shit. But we also want you to keep your eyes on the rear, pulling security, alright? So we'll say, Max, tell us what you see. And then you're going to peek your head in.
No targets.
You're going to tell us either no targets, but you're also going to tell us room on the left, stairway on the right, dead zone in the middle, alright? So when you call that,
dead zone is if I see cover in front of me.
Yeah, dead zone is something you cannot see behind.
Alright.
Alright, so also Max, you're always going to take path of least resistance, so that means you're going to try to go as general straight line as you can. You're going to hit this corner, Max, and you're going to stay here. Engineers are going to get behind you, okay? And you're just going to hold your corner. That's all you have to do. You don't have to walk around and go exploring. You need to hold your corner and make sure it's secure.
Alright.
After that, the medics are going to come in. One's going to go on each side of the room, take cover behind the dead zone. Heavies are going to go in, follow suit, pull security on the other corners, alright? And then we always make sure the last man, whoever the last man is, you need to call it. You need to look back and pull rear security out the door without being inside the door. So these are basics, alright?
All the time?
Alright, let's follow out. Set this up again.
So once we're done here, I would go up the stairs, for example, if you're going to continue clearing.
Yeah, you always are the first man, so I'll tell you where to go. Alright, so come over here to me. Alright, so we see... Yeah, we'll practice that in a second. Alright, we see right there, we're coming up to a biodome point, we see that that's Bravo. Max stack left, max stack left. Alright, so right now we're simulating we're in a biodome, so nobody's sprinting or anything like that. Alright, Max, what do you see?
Dead zone middle, room left, stairwell. Right. Do I wait for the order to move in, or do I just move in?
Whenever you hear rear up or ready up, and see right here. All right, this is an easy mistake that's made. Don't get in the habit of always being in this corner. You need to take the path of least resistance.
I always pick the...
When you came in this time, you would have come straight over here to this corner and started pulling security on the hall and the stairs. All right. Path of least resistance is the straightest line you can make, as opposed to a button hook like you had to do. So you had to come in from the left, pull, like, make this huge S button hook when you could have just made a straight line. Alright, so fall out, restack, restack.
Rear up.
Alright guys, dead zone middle, room left, stairwell right.
Alright, good job. That's it. Path of least resistance, okay? Alright, let's head up the stairway, stack on the door, stack right.
Okay, stairwell right, room in front of me, room to the left. No contacts.
Alright, so here's something that is easily mistaken. When I came up here, I thought this was a door. From down there, to me, it looked like that. And you need to call window also. Because windows are a big fucking problem in this game. It's so easily we're grenaded spammed or HE spammed that we have to make sure we stay out of windows. That's our primary thing. Windows and doors we need to stay away from. Utilize as much cover as we can. So you call a window, you'd come straight up, you stop short of the window to make sure you're not in there, exactly where you're at, and that's perfect. Everybody else comes through. A lot of these guys already know what they got to do. They got to fill up the area, pull security, and make sure the entire area is occupied. That's generally how we'll take points, okay? So that is a center fed room and a stairwell. Come back out. We're about to do a corner fed room.
So I need to recognize if it's a center fed or a corner fed.
Yes. Do you know the difference off the top of your head?
No.
Center fed means it is spread directly from the center. Corner fed means it's on a corner of a building. So this building over here, follow me. This right here is a corner fed building, alright? So that means that the door's on the corner. When you come in, it's a corner of a building. Otherwise it's a center
versus
fed.
a door in the center.
Is a center fed, yes. When it's got walls on both sides versus walls on one side. So a center fed, especially these, god damn, these fucking windows are everywhere. I'll call a stack, alright? So we're gonna simulate that this window is still here, as it is, and I'll call stack right. Alright, so we're moving up, stack right, center, corner fed door.
Window? Do I go underneath the window? Or do I just
Nope,
stay by the window?
you've done it perfect right there, alright? So everybody needs to be crouching still so you can get underneath this. Go ahead and crouch all the way up to the window.
Alright, door left, dead zone middle, door right.
Alright, so you're going to come in, take the path of least resistance. Right there, what you did was a button hook. Path of least resistance, you want to stop
That's
short of
the
this
path,
door
we
right
just
here.
It was ahead. I should have just gone straight.
Yep. And everybody just files in. We know how to do this. A lot of you guys have been doing this for, what is this, 3 weeks now?
Alright, just give me some time. A lot of it is I worked with another outfit and we've done basic stuff like this, and our rule is always check corner before you go in. I like your method better.
Your job is to check your main corner. That's why you go in path of least resistance. You check your corner. The guys that are coming in behind you are checking the other corners. That's why you don't have to worry about checking them. We don't give that much work to one guy. We split out the work.
Okay.
Alright, so now we're talking about bounding, okay? So we need to move from this building to the next building over there. Alright, so Alpha Squad is going to pull security for Bravo Squad. Dan, if I'm not doing this right, then let me know if it's something different than what you taught.
Oh yeah, we already did it different. The lead man is the one that... Where are we going? I'll show you what we did.
To the building across the street.
Alright, whoever the lead man is, would, well, aside from the mech, so the second person, that's like a heavy or someone that can shoot, will watch the hallway, or in this case, the road, and then put securities up, and then everyone starts bounding one at a time. And as they get over there, they pull security and rear security as they keep filling in. And then last man will be like, alright, security's up, and then the lead man can go across.
What's that called? An Israeli crossing? I forget what the proper terminology is.
I mentioned
generally,
one thing.
Last
Go
man
ahead.
up.
I'm actually running the game on low graphics, so I can't be super observant. I can't see shadows.
No,
for
that's
example.
fine. That's fine. You're the max, man. You just fucking take shots
Alright.
of the tank. We got others to be worried about that. So when you're coming out to a corner, let's do something like that real quick. Dan, stay on that corner.
Hallways care.
King Shock, I want you to stand up and pull security the same direction that Dan is, using Dan as cover. Alright, now if you guys come out here and see what position they're in right now, this is called a high man, low man, and this allows 2 guns to be behind one piece of cover and allows for maximum fire in one direction, okay? So anytime we cross an LDA like this, LDA is a linear danger area, we're going to do a high man, low man. So 2 men are always going to be facing out one direction. Alright, so somebody get above Higgins right now. Alright, so now we have this, alright? So let's reassemble this. Everybody come back in. Alpha Squad is always going to cover Bravo Squad as they move. And Bravo Squad is going to cover Alpha as they move. So Alpha Squad set up for linear danger area, the linear danger zone. So we're going to come out and we're going to pull security, all of Alpha Squad, alright? So that's Robo, myself, we got Zach, Dirtle, Barb, there you go. Pulse security on top of King Shaka. Alright, if you don't see the position filled, it's your job to fill it. And then somebody's always going to be pulling rear security, okay? So now Bravo is set. We're covering the areas. Bravo's going to move across. Go ahead, Bravo, move.
Dirty Dan, that's you first.
And there you go. You guys pick up security. And now you guys tell us when you're ready up.
Ready.
Bravo is ready.
Alright, Alpha Team, move. And you always sprint across linear danger areas.
So since
And
you
then
guys
once we
have
come
two
in
squads,
here...
do you employ 2
Go.
maxes?
No. If we can get the numbers, we can, but 1 max is fine. We're generally only going through 1 door at a time. So that's how we're going to cross an LDA, alright? So, if you're the first man to the corner, you kneel. If you're not the first man, you need to know that you're always going to be the one standing. And if there's 4 guys already on 1 door, you pull rear security for everybody, okay? Alpha Team will call ready up. Bravo Team will say moving. Bravo Team will call ready up. So let's stack again. Alpha, pull security.
Oh, it's typing.
Alpha Team's ready.
Bravo moving out.
Why can't we just keep it simple? You're gonna drive me nuts with this terminology. Just letting you know.
Bravo's up.
I'll admit I'm
Alpha
trying
move.
to write this down as you talk.
No, it's just actually did the shit in real life and like that's too much.
You guys didn't
Like
use ready
it's-
up commands for team bounding?
Sure didn't. I said I was talking about earlier. We used set and moving. That was it.
We used hand and arm signals, but that's harder to do in a game.
Yeah. Well, that's always part of what you do, no matter what. But
Yeah, fuck it. We'll stick with set moving. All right. It's much easier to remember 1 word.
that's why I was
That's
what
the
I
input
said,
I
it's
need,
probably
man.
different from
So
branch.
just keep putting shit in there like that. But yeah, in the Army we say Alpha Team ready up, and then Bravo Team moving, Bravo Team ready up.
ugh. It's heinous.
So we have to
Yeah,
do this
set
very
moving.
quickly, though.
It's supposed to be quick. That's something we have to work on as our speed. This has got to be like rhythmic to where people understand. All right, Alpha Team set, Bravo Team moving, Bravo Team set, Alpha Team moving, sort of shit. It's got to get fast. People got to stop lollygagging during training and that kind of stuff. Even right now, this is just the introduction to what we're going to be doing. Alright, so
Figure
we've
go
gone
over it
over
enough times. Make it
basics
easier.
of inner buildings, clearing rooms. We've gone over crossing linear danger areas and bound. Now in field bounding it's a little different. I mean, the way this game works, like there's no field cover really. There might be some, but it's fucking 400 meters away from each other. So we pretty much are just going to field zerg as best we can. But still having the same concept of Alpha Team set, Bravo Team moving, right? So we'll practice that right now. Alright, so we've come out of this building, we just captured some fucking watchtower, right? We've noticed that we got to get over there to that next objective, which we're going to call the swirly light thingy, warpgate.
Alright.
Alright, so Alpha Team is going to be set. We're going to be pulling security on the field.
Be right back.
Who's that?
I think it was Dirty Dan 'cause he's just looking at the wall.
Oh, okay. Alright, so Alpha Team is set. Bravo Team bound. Now this is like too open of an area for one Bravo Team to just move. So Bravo Team was gonna have to probably stop somewhere, I guess. That's a fucking game, there's no cover anywhere
Go in
except for
small
the next
groups.
objective. But it's pretty much the same thing, alright? This is a giant LDA, but we're just splitting it up, alright? So, you know, stuff like this, dunk, that's when you'll use your blitz. I mean, this is fine. That's a like 100-meter linear danger you get across, and I can't expect you to just truck along with your slow-ass body. So, yeah, you'll blitz all the way to the next objective. So go ahead, go. And then Alpha Team is going to stay here, Zach. Until Bravo Team calls ready.
We're set.
We're waiting on Dunk Mommy over here. A little slow.
Ready.
Alpha
Bravo
Team move.
team set.
Make sure whenever you're running across danger areas like this too, that you spread out while you're sprinting across, so we don't get.
Yeah, and the whole point of this is like so one. Yeah, exactly. And again, flak armor's a must, guys. We always have to have flak armor on because of these fucking Zephyrs that we're infantry, and there's nothing we can do about them. Something else heavies need to start looking into is getting. Now, I'm not gonna make this a certification mandatory yet. But it depends on how bad we get messed up all the time. Okay, but it's gonna be the Annihilator, only due to the fact that if we have what do we have? We have 6 heavies right now, 8 heavies. Am I wrong?
Somewhere around that.
You got
If
3
we
in
have
Bravo.
8 Annihilators locking onto the same Liberator, we can annihilate it in one fell swoop. 8 rockets destroying Liberators. It's just going to be so much easier to handle those big-ass Zephyrs and shit like that if we all have Annihilators and tanks
And
as
it
well.
locks onto tanks as well.
Yeah, exactly. The only problem is it doesn't dumbfire. Doesn't matter. If we need to blow it up, we'll lock onto it. You know, we don't need to be locking onto infantry or maxes. We just have our fucking machine guns for that. We got the best machine guns in the game, be it the NS or the NC SAW or the EM6. Both are fucking great. Whichever you can afford to spend certifications on. Certification mandatories that do stand right now is everybody here needs to have an AMS. So when
It's
I call
cheap, don't
AMS,
worry.
yeah, it's like what 50 points, and it earns you so many certifications
50
just by having it too. Yeah, and of course AMS is great. If you have a blockade armor, that's always awesome. It's the same thing as flak armor for us. But yeah, everybody has to have AMS. Everybody has to have flak armor, and after a little while, we'll see about making it mandatory that everybody has the Annihilator. It's 1,000 certs, but it's a great investment to be able to deny them air and create a no-fly zone. Because then we can just roll around on foot as a SAM site, a mobile SAM site, just knocking everything down. For now, we have to rely on some guys having Hawks, some guys having Crows, and some guys having Strikes, or Annihilators if you've already got it. How many of the heavies here do have Annihilators? Press 1 in squad chat for me, please.
Wouldn't it be better to press platoon? Because everyone can see that.
That too, yeah, I guess I forgot I'm a platoon. Okay, so right now it's only me and Polly. So Polly, you and I are always going to be having the decimators. Everybody else needs to split it out to where Alpha Team, if you don't have a deci or an Annihilator, you need to have. So like right now, Durden, do you have a Hawk or a Crow? And King Shocker, do you have a Hawk or a Crow?
King has a decimator.
Do you have any of the lock-on ones though?
Negative.
Okay, Desi's fine then, man. But Dirtle, you do have a Hawk and Crow. Which one? What is it? Crow is anti-air, right?
And it's really bad. I got the Hawk.
No, it is. It is awful, but when we have 8 guys locking onto one thing and blowing it up, it's great. It's like, how did I describe it? Like, it's a tiny turd,
Magical.
but when you have a bunch of tiny turds, it makes one big pile of shit, and nobody likes stepping in shit. So we can do some problems with it.
Well, it's a deterrent as well, because
Yeah,
if
it
something
scares
flies
people off when
over,
they see locks.
yeah, even if only 2 of us have a Hawk, just the fact that he's constantly getting locked, he'll bug out. He or she.
And in Bravo Squad, who has a Hawk or Crow?
I do.
I'm gonna miss my decimator.
No, I still use the decimator a shit ton, man. And again, it's going to depend on the battle. So if we go through the open field, I'm going to say get your lock on, and that means that you're responsible for grabbing your anti-air lock-on rocket, and then when we go CQB, you grab your decimator and strike again, because that we don't have time to lock on to lightnings and shit like that. So that's how it'll roll. It's always going to be situational. All right, gentlemen. Munition Corps is getting hit hard, so right now we are going to give them some help. Everybody, open up your map. We're going to be deploying onto Apex Genetics. Apex Genetics. You should be able to drop on a max.
Oh, you can?
Most of the time, yeah, as long as you're not dead. Everybody, we're going to be dropping on Apex Genetics in 5, 4, 3, 2.
You cut off.
That was the clip.
I'm still 1. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm gonna deploy then.
As soon as you get to Apex Genetics, we're heading down.
You cut off, so I canceled my deploy because you cut off.
It's alright, squad beacon's down. Deploy here now. Head to Alpha. Hold it.
Enemies in the base.
Contact E.
Full secured.
Got your
down.
Floor care.
On the point, guys, on the point. Alright, eyes open. You guys see anything? It said there were squads here, so I'd like to know what is... Yeah, a lot of shit going on at the tech plant. I got eyes on their Sunder that they're spawning out of. Alright, everybody form up on me. This is our fallback position. If shit goes bad, you're gonna spawn back at Apex Genetics, alright? And wait for further instruction.
Understood.
Alright. How many guys we got here? Let me know. Alpha team, you all here?
Got an ID on an enemy galaxy.
Alright, moving out. Alpha team, move up to the ammo position. Bravo team, continue bounding. We'll cover you. Southeast. A lot of traf, guys.
Contact. 7 o'clock from Alpha.
Said.
Prowler northwest, 50 meters. Got a prowler on us.
I got eyes on.
Alright, checking.
He doesn't see us.
Checking the road.
Be advised, Sunder up. About 900 meters.
Good job. Keep moving up, Alpha. Move up to Bravo.
Get ammo.
Alright, Bravo, you're gonna stay here. Alpha's gonna pass you.
Well, lots of guys on that hill in front of you. Not the one right directly in front, but past that.
Mag riders, a lot of them.
You guys got about
That's all armor.
13 tanks up there.
Yeah, that's all armor to the south.
Alright, everybody strong point here. Let's get some ammo down.
On the exact opposite side of that hill.
Bravo, let's move
Alpha
up
team
to
set.
Alpha. Watch out, they
We got
got
armor to
libs
the
up there
southeast
too.
as well. Yep.
Bravo team's up.
And our lib or their lib right above us.
Look at the cars.
Alpha team, move up to that rock right there.
That's an enemy lib to the south.
Let's move, Alpha.
Keep moving, we're getting
Alpha
hit with
team set.
something nearby.
That
Mag
mag's
ready,
running up right
Bravo team, go up to Alpha. Come on, Bravo, let's go.
Snipers, watch.
Medics,
Yeah, it's
make sure you're
contact
keeping
southwest on the
cover.
hill.
Bravo, move up to the next platoon waypoint.
Let's go, Bravo.
Mag Riders.
Under fire.
Taking fire.
Keep moving, don't stop to shoot.
Alpha
Get
team,
to
we
cover.
gotta.
Lightning east.
Wounded west.
Bravo, you run into a lightning.
Down.
Lightning down.
Heading south.
ATV.
Guys, shoot the lightning.
Need a repair. Thank you.
I gotcha.
Oh, sorry, Dirty.
Dirty Dan is down.
When I shot it.
It's
To
alright.
revive. Got him.
Tanking the shots for you.
Max right
Alpha team,
I'll
move
make it
up to
back there,
Bravo
I
team.
can't
Let's
get you
go.
up there.
We have infantry right behind this rock.
You know, I
coming
actually
up
just
on
realized, man.
Thank you for the
Engaging.
Support troopers, come on, let's go, let's go. Get your gear down, start healing these guys.
Contact.
I'm down. There's infantry right on the corner.
Southwest. Southwest, we had armor come up on us southwest.
I'm hit.
I got you, mommy.
I'm down. Don't have flak
Can't
armor
get
yet.
to
I
the-
really wish I did. I'm down.
Medic down.
I bought the full flak armor.
A lot of people are down. Any medics? Get up the other medics first and then the max.
I'm getting mosquito shooting at us too.
If any medics have revive.
We don't have any
Alright,
medics
fall
here.
back to Apex
I
Genetic.
can place my
If you're
spawn
still
beacon
alive
for
there,
Bravo if you
slash
like.
suicide and fall back to Apex. Meet up in the spawn.
So we're all
3 minutes till I
suiciding.
come over.
Back. If you're still alive over there, suicide and come back to Apex.
West.
Repeat. 3
So
minutes
probably
left to
go
west
back.
side.
Yeah, I want to. Goddamn decimator. That lock takes forever.
If you want, you can have him pull engine. I can go max with two of the anti-tank rockets.
Falcons. those
I got two Falcons.
Stand
if you
by,
like.
just crashed.
Infiltrator down. Got a dead guy up at the top of this.
Yeah, I need a medic west.
Hitting a prowler.
Okay.
Make sure you guys are moving out to
Prowler
Alpha on
down.
Apex Genetics and making sure it's secure. When you're at Apex Genetics, pull your non-locks.
At Apex.
Contact in the small room.
He's down.
Oh, he's just sitting there. He's taking rockets from non-lock on.
We got liberators up there, guys. Make sure you get those down. Ammo is down on the point.
One on the roof.
Get your
to the
lock-ons
south.
out, guys.
We got tanks to the east. The Sunder
Sunder
over here.
east.
Sunder is.
Where's our ammo hiding?
Do we have ammo
Yeah, it's
there?
on Alpha.
Drop
Yeah,
on the
okay.
south building.
I need you to take a minute to promote me to platoon leader and squad leader.
Alright, I
then.
put another one on the point.
Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna grab some flak armor.
Higgins, hold that, man.
Mosquito above us. Spotted him.
Sunder's down.
Mosquito east.
Since we have no max, can we go heavy, or do we still need engineers?
Nope, we still need ammo. And I still need King Shaka to promote me to squad leader and then platoon leader.
Sorry about that.
Operator coming in from the northeast. We're low.
It's pulling away.
It says it failed to promote you to squad leader.
So you just left, Shaka.
Oops. Can you might be back?
Sunder is still northeast. Mozzie coming in northeast.
Eyes on enemy aircraft.
I think we just had a drop pod drop northeast.
We got center and northeast.
Sunder northeast.
On your position.
Engage.
Move to northeast. Spot that Sunder for us.
It's got 3 people in it.
Need a medic.
I see it.
I'm getting.
Let him.
Watch out. That gunner's chewing us up.
Contacts north.
Nice.
Sunny down.
There's a football north.
Next northeast.
Wait, there's
Zach needs a res, medics, come on. Medics, where are you at? Zach needs a res.
Coming back.
Coming, stand by.
Is that burster max ours?
What? Damn it, Zach, don't release.
Is that a drop pod?
Drop pod southwest on building with the roof.
Did you just identify a building that had a roof?
The ones where you can go onto the
Wondering
roof.
if we were going to comment on that.
Accessible
Well
roof.
done, Dan.
Sorry.
No, man, we gotta have a laugh sometimes. It's good. I like that.
The
Yep.
soldier was
I'm-
wearing a uniform.
I can't find him.
My position is marked by me. I'm there. That's how you know where my position is.
Is there
it
Sunder
was
coming
al-
in from the
Alright.
east, like actually
Oh,
though.
beacon on top
Like
chest.
there's actually Sunder coming in from the east.
The joke was always, there's a guy out there
Flash coming in southwest.
by that tree.
He's
Also
backing
got a
up.
lightning out east.
He's down.
Look at the group of flashes go across there.
Prowler coming up from the
Prowler
northeast.
northeast. Let's go, guys. Move northeast.
Enemy Sunder in the area.
Do we have any NGs in this northeast position, or do I need to run back for it? Oh wait.
Yep, I gotcha.
I've just realized we're next to this ammo dump.
Strong point in this building. That'll be marked by my location. Platoon waypoint is where we're going to be strong pointing next. To take out all this advancing armor from the
Heavy tank identified.
Little extra protection there, Shaka. Never mind.
Sorry. It popped up right as I shot.
Lots of Mozzies.
Sunder coming in north.
Visual on
Alright, come on, advance. We need to reposition so we can get to that Sunder. They're about to deploy.
Watch. That prowler's still coming up.
Have one squad take care of that and we'll take care of the other.
Alpha squad move to the Sunder. Bravo squad take care of Prowler.
Is that galaxy to the east ours or theirs?
Theirs, but it's one man.
Okay. I hear it.
Sunder's down. How the Prowler?
There's 2.
Yeah,
Still up.
Still there.
There's 2.
ATV coming in. ATV.
No worry.
Alright, Alpha team, keep moving. We're going to flank them. Bravo team, keep holding them. Keep them distracted. Alpha team, don't fire yet. Not until we get a little bit close. Bravo team, hold at the platoon waypoint and keep them up as long as you can.
Contact northeast.
Mozzie's over Bravo.
You guys are being engaged.
Enemy heavy tank identified.
Jesus. Stand by. I'm gonna get you guys up here in a second.
Still there.
Drop pods coming in. Hostile. And a suicidal mosquito.
They're getting naked.
Alpha team
Alpha.
squad beacons down.
Got a lightning coming in.
Do-
East, southeast.
Sky guy.
Guys, we have a lit passing right above us. Might stop or might not. No, let's keep on going.
Enemy heavy tank identified.
Focus on mall. All mall. Imole. Negative. 911.
North, northeast. Got a prowler on the road heading up.
Need the ammo.
Drop pod, west side.
Alright, fall back to the base. Let's go. We're just out in the open here.
Got a lib flying in. I can't tell what it is yet.
Light assault, west side. I spotted.
Bravo, cover us. We're coming back. Make sure those
Medic
prowlers
down.
For mana sniped.
Medic down.
There's a sniper. in
Roger,
the-
Alpha team.
Redeploy here.
Barb, go ahead and redeploy at the point.
They hacked our vehicle terminal.
Moving. Oh, hello, Liberator.
We're hacking it back.
Alright, Bravo, stay at the platoon waypoint. Alpha. Oh, I see.
Barb from Mouse.
Liberator
Liberator.
high southeast.
Hold on, Dirk.
Sunder coming from the west, 5 out of 12, west side. Or sorry, southeast side.
Alright, we
Alright,
got power
everybody
coming
move to
from the northwest.
southeast.
I owe you.
Lightning, my bad.
He's near the point that we're supposed to be strong pointing.
Enemy
Sander to the north.
I'm gonna go ninja that fucker.
I'll come.
Cover. Yeah, I'm busting out the C4s. Just cover me. I'm going on the right side. Frag
Go,
out.
go, go, go.
I concussion grid. Oh,
Fuck,
I
it's
got killed by the prowler.
I'm down by the Sunder.
Oh, I ran out of ammo. That's helpful.
This is Barb. I'm just gonna respawn.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna respawn as well.
I'm down. Don't get me.
I'm coming
in a
up,
bad
stand by.
position. I'm in a bad position. Be careful. Tried to flank around the cover.
Yeah, the prowler's covering the left side.
Alright, fall back to the base. Reorganize there. Move back to cover.
Go, go, go.
Alright, get your close quarter rockets out. No more lock on.
Noted.
Okay, I think we're just gonna respawn. We're getting camped here.
Yeah. Stand by. I'm gonna be pulling us under to give us another spawn point.
Yeah, this area's just covered in tanks.
That Sunder's moving up in the northwest.
Yeah, they're rolling in hard.
It's almost dead, guys. Keep pounding it.
Enemy Sunder
There's 2 of them now.
2 repairing it.
Enemy engineer in the area.
Just took out 1 Sunder.
Enemy engineer spotted. ID on enemy
C4
Send you down.
is down.
I really need a medic.
Stand by. Coming.
If you fall back inside the building that is marked with a platoon waypoint, that is where I need my medics at, and I need ammo there, so the heavies know that they have a strong point to fall back.
You don't
Inside where?
don't
Which
release,
building?
man. There's no need to release when there's medics up.
Northwest building.
Engineers where I'm at. This is where I need ammo at.
Anybody have eyes on
Got-
armor?
Pryor moving from the south.
Remember, wait till he gets close so we can engage him, because we're not using lock
Got
ons right
2. Got lightning 2.
But I can see where
Lightning
you're
down.
There's a bunch northwest side. They must have a Sunder.
Oh, it's a lightning, my bad.
Dan,
Almost dead.
where you at, man? Go to the building that has the
Lightning's on
roof.
fire.
Oh, now the joke's on me, huh?
No, I'm using that from now on. Any building that you can gain access to is going to be known as the building that has a roof.
Guys, we have a rib above popping shots at us.
I need you to drop your
Yep.
spawn beacon
What?
up there. We're going to be strong pointing up here in this building. Engineers, get on that Sunder.
Ooh, that was.
They're
sick.
coming in hard west.
High level.
New platoon waypoint is the stronghold. Alright. Negative, cancel that. New platoon waypoint is stronghold. I need everybody to move there.
Copy.
King Shaka, stand by.
Roger that. There were 3 in here.
Look out.
Lots of infantry moving from the northwest.
Landed
Yeah.
Spawn beacon down.
Grenade, grenade.
Sorry, south.
I'm down, but I don't think you guys can get me. I'm on the balcony.
Oh, they have a squad
Sitting
beacon over here to the
upstairs.
north.
Yep, that's what I said.
Proceeding upstairs.
Hey, Rebel, we might be cut off, but we're getting surrounded by TR.
You guys
That
do
means
know
we
if
do
you
not
come
let
out
them
the west side, if you come out the west door, you can go around this little hill and totally flank them. They're pretty vulnerable.
Guys, I
where I'm
got 2 ribs on us and some mosquitoes.
I'm gonna switch back to my.
Get
hawk.
inside the strong point, guys. Get inside the strong point. You should not be
What the fuck are
outside
lobbyists
getting
doing
rained
down
on by Zephyrs right now.
Well, I had a perfect way around to the west.
Why the hell are Vanu dropping it?
Boom, destroyed 1 lib. I think. I rammed him.
Oh,
I need another Sunder up while the air is clear.
Enemy spawn beacon just went up north.
Should I get one?
yeah, it's north.
Mass coming in from the east, I think.
Who's got an AMS?
Move.
Bring
I'll
it
pull
near
one.
the platoon waypoint, hidden if you can. In fact, if you
Okay,
can get it
pulling one.
right here in between the rocks
Enemy
where
in
I
the
am.
building with the roof.
Where's the terminal?
Upstairs.
It's at the
Good job.
platoon waypoint.
I see it pulling it.
King,
Oh shit,
where
never
are
mind.
you?
Dunk mum.
Shit, never mind. I didn't equip the module.
Alright, I need an AMS, guys.
I'm going to get
Somebody
one.
get down
I'm just
here and
gonna
pull an
distract him
AMS.
with it.
4 minutes is on it.
Barbara, you
Alright, we
pulling?
got a throughway going here.
From us, the terminal's
Yeah,
over
but-
here if you want.
Pulling it.
Yeah.
Alright, bring it right here, Barb. If you can look back
Along the
and
walls.
see where I am, I'm right behind you. Bring it in between the building and the rocks.
Sunder
Contact
coming
behind
from
my
the
Sunder.
west side.
That's not gonna
Sorry,
work.
guys.
Have to come around.
The tank.
Just if you can't get it between buildings and rocks, just use as much cover as you can.
Permission to pull Max?
Who's that?
Dunk Mommy.
Yep. Go Max. I need a burster.
Alright, Sunder, if you
Don't
probably
have
to the
dual
west
bursters
side.
yet.
I have 2 busters.
So I grabbed it though. Sorry, man.
Identified. Visual of hostile
Mag rider.
Coming up.
Probably just rolled right in. Let's get him.
Problem.
Let's get him.
Fuck, there's a lot of armor.
Meeting you at the squad strike point.
Sunday on the west.
That thing's going down. There's a prowler to the northwest. It's in my Sunder. Yeah, my Sunder.
Who's pulling the
I pulled one,
Max?
but I don't have AA.
Alright, where you at? Alright.
I'm at the front door ready to greet anyone.
Zach, throw down. Where you got your ammo at, Zach?
Lots of armor in the south.
Robo, I got armor, ammo. I'll bring it up to you.
I see.
That was the most impressive revive I've ever seen for Monos.
Ammo's on top of the roof by Dirty Dan.
Dan, make sure you keep your drop beacon down.
Okay, moving up to the stairwell.
Waiting on
They
the
just dropped the
timer.
galaxy off.
Actually, my beacon.
Gotta drop in the building.
Watching is lagging.
Right outside the
Money
door.
behind you.
What a hacker, he's glitching around.
Prowler by the original holdout.
God, watch out, there's a guy hacking. Alright, I need a revive on the way up.
You know, I gotta say, it's kind of fun
I need
killing
a
members
medic
from
on the
the other
stairs.
outfit.
Is anyone gonna pick me up?
Where you at?
I'm right next to the vehicle pad.
It looks
I
like
want
they
you
just
guys
dropped
to
the
be
scouts
on the
out.
second floor of this building that has the accessible roof that is on the platoon waypoint. I don't need you guys anywhere else.
I'm in the doorway.
Okay.
Like, you can pick me up from inside. Alright, don't worry about it. It's probably too late now.
Yeah, Bob, you were being covered by tanks.
I wasn't 5 minutes ago.
Permission to go anti-tank max, because they have a lot of armor here, and I could do a lot of
What
damage.
is your class right now?
Just for a few
Stay
minutes.
heavy.
Heavy assault.
Foreign, come on, man. I'm right in front of you. Why are you not healing?
Because I'm lagging. Crazy.
Hold on, Zach.
Holding the stairwell, guy. If you need me anywhere else, let me know. Max on
mind,
the
I got-
stairwell. Max on the stairwell.
Alright, wait for him back here, mommy.
We
Don't-
got a
don't approach
squad
him.
down-
Let him come up.
Squad on the stairwell. They're gonna be coming up. Grenade's been thrown. Need ammo if possible.
Ammo's right
Rebels
here in
down
the
on
middle.
second floor.
Alright.
Rebels
Careful, we
down
might
on
have
second
enemies
floor.
dropping on the roof.
Guys, kill the center that's on fire.
Tried to, but I got hit by a tank.
Pauline needs a revive on Dirty Dan.
They took
Yeah, I'm
Alpha.
coming.
Near that window, there's a prowler right outside.
Yeah, don't stay near that window. It's a bad idea.
It's just trying to get us speed on that damn lid. Help.
Okay, guys, I'm taking a corner. I'm gonna wait for him to come up.
Grenade, watch. Oh, it got me.
Anyone able to get me up right there by the turret?
On the roof.
Need to repair. Good stuff, man.
Nah, don't
That's down the
release.
roof.
Don't go down there, man.
Guys, tell us when you're dropping on the roof, because there's enemies dropping on the roof, and I might team kill you.
We got a light assault on the roof.
Got a lid hovering really low.
Watch outside the windows, guys. They're sniping in here. Make sure you're staying away from the windows.
West roof stair.
My bad.
East roof, stairwell, they're coming down.
Good God, look at this map.
Down, second floor.
I'm getting you guys. Hold on.
Need to repair.
He was down.
Light
in the
assault
stairs.
northeast. Fuck, C4.
Gal drop coming in.
We might want to pick one of these halves of the rooms to defend.
Okay, guys, let's pull back into this room.
Everybody, slash
for him to come
suicide,
in.
head to Aurora's material lab.
Say again, Robo.
Grenade.
Everybody slash suicide and head to Aurora's material lab. That's gonna be the next place they come. We're gonna get our defensive posture up again.
Any AMSs? We're gonna get in here. They're already here.
So where are we going?
Aurora's material lab.
Understood.
Northwest.
Well, my
Everybody
guy's not
slash
shooting
suicide. Let's get 2 AMSs out.
Roger, pulling one.
Enemy heavy spotted.
Who's
Headed
pulling my
to the
second one,
north.
Zach?
There's a lot of guys on the hill, on the
Sniper.
mountain in the north and east.
Alright, Dan and Zach, I need you guys to spread those out. I need one of them brought in closer to the bridges, if you know what I'm talking about, Dan.
We have the 2
Unless you got a
AMSs
better
already. Yeah.
hide space. Yeah, we already got our 2 AMSs.
I was gonna
Contact
put it back
northeast
in the
from the
corner.
vehicle pad.
Alright, everybody head to the northeast vehicle then. Or northeast room.
Watch out, Robles.
Hold on.
Alright, that last engagement with all that armor is clear why we have to have so many heavies with good rockets and why we have to have flak armor. A reason I think we were able to survive, I know I was able to survive a lot of explosions, was because I had the flak armor and the nano mesh. I got a lot of tank kills too, so that is why we need this, because vehicles are so prominent in this game and it's just ridiculous how they're the mainstay of this game. Like, it's not infantry, it's just who has the most tank. And when those infantry maps come out, if they ever do, man, I think we're gonna dominate.
Desi.
I'm down at the
Yeah,
north
that's
building.
what we need. We need all the heavies to be running either Desis or Annihilators. Both of you have them for different types of engagement.
It's just asking which.
Annihilators preferred when
man,
in ranged area. Yep, this building that you're all in, this is the next stronghold.
I gotta say that was cool. That was the squad I normally read
What'd
that
you
took
say?
that building. I killed like 6 of my
Oh,
friends.
very nice.
The squad that I normally lead just took that building. See, my plan is I want to join you guys when you have your scheduled stuff, and when you don't, I'll work with them. Unless you need me to grind certs, I'll grind certs. Because I know you
It's up
guys
to you,
have
man.
requirements and whatnot. Like, that was cool. Do you want me to start certing in a max for next time?
And 3 tanks.
Yeah.
on
Alpha
the
team
south
move
side.
to squad waypoint. Bravo team stay up platoon waypoint.
Okay, next time I'll have a set of bursters ready and I'll have some flak armor.
Lots of Sunders moving in from the south. They're right on the base.
South.
I know, that's why Alpha team's
And
gotta
the-
move. We're fighting the Zerg.
Prowlers and Sunny southeast. Prowler north side.
Sunder heading to the west side.
The prowlers are just rolling right by.
The Galaxy's dropping now. Right on top. The building.
I think that Sunday on the north side's just fucking with us.
Higgins.
Holy shit, they're left.
Yeah, we're just getting overrun.
Yeah, there's nothing one squad can do against the Zerg.
Is there anyone we can meet up with?
Alright, everybody, suicide, head back to warp.
Jesus.
We're concluding our practice now.
Yeah,
What are you-
practice is concluded. If you guys want to continue moving, then this was a prime example of why we need flak armor and why we need heavies with good launchers, alright? So, whatever role you were tonight, that's what I'd like you to stay in.
Understood, I'll start certing max. I'll start certing heavy.
Question
Robo, don't
regarding our
forget-
size at the moment.
Yeah, because if you're not going max, you're going heavy. That's your alternate. Again, always have your backup. If you're good at engineer something, you know, and if we don't have an engineer that makes it, you might need to be engineer.
Hey, don't forget we have Katha that is really good. Max.
Yeah, I know.
I guess I'll be the
And there's still
backup to
room for him. No, I mean, if we can have 2 maxes, then we will. But I'm just saying, right now, we only had enough for 1 max, so that's why we ran with 1 max.
Alright, I'll pick up bursters, I'll pick up an annihilator too.
The size of the Sentinels, are we planning on getting any bigger? Maybe 24?
Yeah, if I can get everybody in Ethos to be a Sentinel and practice and play this way, and that is good and listens to orders and follows and calls shit out, then yeah, I'd love a whole platoon actually, or an outfit full of Sentinels. But people have to make these times, they have to be here for the training, they have to have a concept of the fact that when we're in CQB, we're taking biodomes and amp stations, we don't run. They have to understand why we use flak armor, they have to have and be willing to play 1 class for the entire time. But right now, you guys are the forerunners for it.
Okay, question regarding the new people that have joined us today. Did you enjoy it?
Shit, it was fun.
We got raped, but it was alright.
I don't think so, dude. I think, what was it, 9 guys against, how many fucking tanks and other infantry? I think we did pretty well, all
Yeah.
things considered.
How many
But-
tanks do you think we killed? A lot. We killed at least 30.
I know I got 5 kills myself with a Desi, dude, when it was that close, and Sunder's not included, man. I'm talking just lightnings and those fucking tissue boxes with bubbles on the top.
But just wait until we have everyone that's certed up and has all the upgraded stuff.
So,
Are we gonna continue?
alright, after this, I'm gonna continue if you guys want, yeah. But we are wrapping it up. It is officially done. If anybody doesn't want to continue, it's not required.
I'd like to continue a little more. I'm intrigued by this.
I can continue for a little bit. I have a question about medics. What should we get first? Revival grenade or level 6 applicator.
Get
Okay,
level 5 applicator
I'm gonna
and
log
then
out
revive
quickly
grenade.
to put the money on my account.
Gotcha. Alright, so let's have an after action review. Mummy, are you still here? Or
I'm
what,
here.
what is it?
I'm just putting money on my account.
Gotcha. Afterwards, we always have an after action review on what we've done, and, you know, you guys pretty much back brief me on what was done. So, we'll start off. What was today's objective, really? I said it as soon as we start.
I wasn't here for when it started, but we went over our classes, we went over how to room clear again, bounding again, and we focused on defending bases today.
So today was restructuring of the Sentinels as far as classes and roles that are required, and refreshers. And then, of course, we did do some building defense and that kind of stuff.
Oh, and death, how we deal with death and suicide versus redeployment.
The bounding definitely improved today. Definitely.
Yeah, I agree with Hagen. It really did improve.
Alright, so we got the restructure, we got slash suicides, we got boundings, we got points, deployments, making sure that you don't deploy unless instructed to. Anything else?
How to call a building as a MAC, how to determine what kind of building it is, how to call the corners of the building, and then what it means to clear it by. At least that's what I had to learn.
No, it's good. Alright, so now 3 positives and 3 negatives.
Our chatter wasn't crazy like it usually is. Like our comms.
Yeah, I didn't hear much random stuff that wasn't like objective wise.
Well, the last 2 practices we had, we didn't have too much bad communications either. But yeah, that was good today.
It's always good when good communication is utilized. That's the biggest problem of a lot of outfits is piss poor communication.
This is Barb. I just say and suggest too that we did well, and I think a lot of it's just as far as like building defense, we did well. As far as like keeping each other up and giving each other ammo, it was still a little bit hectic. There wasn't a whole lot of thought put into it. Like we could have used a lot more proximity mines. Tactical placement of turrets could have been a little bit better.
I felt
I'm thinking maybe like an engineer turret, especially in a building like that where the stairwells are really wide and it won't really block movement. I'm assuming it would work in front of a doorway too, to prevent light assaults from getting in.
Yep. So again, that's something that's on the individual engineers themselves.
Yeah. Because I mean, it was good mainly because we have skilled shooters, like we have skilled shooters and we have skilled medics and engineers, but like I think we could have locked that down a little bit tighter if, you know, we had more prox mines in the right spots, turrets in the right spots.
I was placing prox mines and turrets.
I saw you doing that for the roof.
Getting destroyed.
And
I have an idea.
And trying to stay off that first floor, like Robocaster mentioned. That second floor.
If I
really
may point out one negative, I think I saw. I noticed that it felt like at one point a lot of the guys were losing track of what to defend exactly. I know I held the stairs with the one engineer, but I kept seeing a bunch of guys die on the stairs below me, and I was figuring, you know, most people should be above the stairs because of the situation we were in.
Yeah, and that's why I made the call, because I saw that, and I mean, you have to, it's hurting cats, really. I had to tell you guys, get to the second floor, and I still think some of you were still on the bottom, but you guys, speed is another thing. We gotta be faster. I think we did pretty good with slash suicides, but there was still some time. I don't know if I'm not coming in clearly enough or something, but we still gotta do better at when I say everybody slash suicide and redeploy to this point. not spending 15 seconds just asking where are we going again, you know, that kind of stuff.
Understood.
If my mic is quiet, let me know. I can turn it up.
May I say one other thing? I know one guy mentioned the proximity mines, and I mean, I was holding the stairwell against a squad of at least 8 guys, and I know one guy actually went up and was hit by a proximity mine, and that's why they didn't keep going. So if we
was mine, motherfuckers.
If we can ever time proximity mines like that, it'll be incredibly effective.
Yeah, Drunk, you were like, hey, don't go down there, and I was like, I know what I'm doing.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I kept
just
telling you to
fucking
come
with
up
you.
because I placed those mines and I was healing you.
Alright, so we got good calls on targets as positive. Not following orders on defending a particular building, I noticed several times I had to say, guys, we need to be at this waypoint, and people were off looking at things. So you got to make sure if I say get to the second floor, I'm saying it for a reason, because they're flooding the bottom. It's easier to have them fatal or funnel up to the stairs where we got a max with dual hacksaws. That's just ripping them apart. There's reasons for some things, all right, but again, I'm just one soldier. I can't see the entire battlefield all the time.
Yep.
So I need 2 more positives, 2 more negatives.
I have an idea. So how about next practice we go to like a vacant base and practice putting proximity mines and turrets down?
That costs a lot of...
We can
Yeah,
place ammo
that's a lot
packs
of
in place
resources
of
just to
proximity mines as the practice.
Yeah, we can do that. We got the buildings in the back of the warp gate too, so...
Because you can have 2 ammo packs and a turret. All I have to do is swap it out so you can simulate that the ammo packs are proximity mines. It's not a positive or negative, but for the most part, since we've been practicing, we've always been attacking bases. So today was the first time where we were really defending. So it's really hard to gauge where we're at right now until we do it again. But I liked attacking bases, going in, taking out, having objectives for attacking, and then we pretty much move on before. So I didn't like defending as much as I did attacking.
There was that one time when we were just sitting in that building and the Phalanx turret or something at the tech plant was just shooting right inside the window, and we just got destroyed for like half an hour. And I think we did a lot better than that defending situation.
Alright, 1 more negative then.
You mentioned being on time and stuff.
May I add, as a medic, there was a lot of instances when there were dead people quite far away from the main group, and it was not clear if they were clear to approach or not.
Oh.
Yeah. Establishing a triage center, like a rally point, is something we need to do, where medics don't have to run out to heal people. If you need healing, if you're down, I understand. We'll have 1 medic rove and then 1 medic set up at the triage center, and the all he'll do is throw green light at you until you're 100% if you're still alive. The other one will run around and, you know, res. I don't know. I don't want to show... I know you get a lot of points, medics, for doing that kind of stuff, so I don't know if you guys... how we'll do that, you know.
That would be good for an engineer as well, to stay back with the medic.
Yeah, exactly.
Provide ammo and stuff.
Engineer will always put ammo on the medic's feet, so when you get there, you get resupply with medic and, you know, with health and ammo.
That's something
I want to do.
That's something that can easily be set up on the fly. I do it all the time, just naturally, when I play medic. Like, if I'm in a secure location, like, you know, you say we're going to defend this objective, there's like a secure building that's nearby where the majority of the fighting's taking place, then I'll just chill in there and be like, hey, if you need a fucking medic, come over to Alpha objective, you know what I mean? It's real
you
simple.
could have like a waypoint for them, so that way everyone knows where to run, especially when you guys are panicking and you're almost dead. Well, you can just turn around and
that's
see
why.
it.
See, that's a bit much really to ask for, like, the squad leader and shit to fucking deal with while in the middle of a battle and trying to do other shit. I just use objectives. You know, because every place has an objective, so, you know, if we're defending or whatever, or we're attacking, you know, I'll stay on Alpha while everybody's going to Bravo and Charlie. Or I give it cardinal direction based off that objective, and be like, building south of Alpha, yeah, and I'll sit inside that building, and people just run. But something can be done on the fly. Just keep it simple, you know. You don't want to burden people with fucking way too much shit in the middle of fighting.
I like it.
Got it. Yeah.
So I think it
sounds interesting.
It just simply needs to be a matter of one of the medics just needs to call it out when they're in that position, and that's it.
Okay, I'll try to work on it. It's an interesting idea. Yeah.
Alright, so in this, make sure by next practice, which is Wednesday, that you have an AMS. Make sure you have flak armor up. And eventually we're going to stop doing practices and just spend the entire time in the fight. That's once we start getting all this stuff down. I mean, I'd like to start spending more time actually in the fight rather than just talking about the fight. But we keep getting new people in, and we have to do these refreshers, which is fine. But we're gonna have to start learning actually in the field, on your feet, what you're supposed to do and what you did right and what you did wrong.
Maybe we can start tallying up and certifying people, so if you know how to do bounding and you've done like 14 of them, it'll be like, alright, well, you don't have to show up to this one, and we can work with the newbies or whatever at that point, make sure they get the training.
Yeah, and the point of Sentinel Squad is anytime I log on, even if this is just the practice time, but the point of Sentinel Squad is to, once you log in, to not go with Blackbird's Rangers. It's so join with me in Delta Squad, which is always going to be Sentinels, and then we will operate out of that. So we'll still be with Ethos, depending on how it is. When we do our practice, we'll split up like this, but then when it comes to being with Ethos, we have to remember that if we're an Alpha team or Bravo team, you know, that kind of stuff. But that'll eventually be the point, is to actually just play ops with them, but as the Sentinels. And you'll be in this squad all the time, in this role all the time. That is the point, not just to make these practices. We would like to make it to where we all play as a unit all the time and are much more effective than just an hour and a half of training every day. We get, I don't know if you guys play 4 hours a day or something like that. 4 hours logging with me, we're doing this.
Cool.
Yep. Yep, from my understanding, that's why we go to practice.
Yeah, so the practice is to make sure that we're able to fight better.
Yeah, Robo, do you have a split second?
Yeah, what's up?
I'd like to talk to you privately if I have the opportunity.
Sure, who's this again?
This is Dunk Mommy.
Okay, yeah. Still getting used to the voice, man.
Understood.
One comment is, I always felt like I had exactly the wrong rocket launcher for the job. Could we, like, maybe define who's the anti-air and who's the anti-ground for that sort of reason?
Well, if everyone always has the Annihilator, it kind of busts to both worlds. Especially if you guys coordinate shots, you're like, alright, everyone on 5 are going to shoot the Sunder, so you don't give them time to respond.
I get that so much, but it's, noticed reading it. But the Annihilator, because it has such a long lock-on time, I find it useless for a lot of, you know, really sudden close-range anti-tank and anti-Sunder combat, also against Maxes.
You can lock on Maxes?
You can?
Oh, you said also against Maxes.
I do know that if you're running well, I don't know about the Annihilator, but if you're running Crow or Hawk, you can lock onto the turrets that are corresponding with their damage type. So a Crow will lock onto an anti-tank phalanx turret, which I thought was weird, but cool, I guess.
Alright, does that conclude our AAR?
I'm assuming so, considering he ran off to talk to somebody.
Yep, I think so.
But he also said that he was going to continue playing, so I'm just waiting for him to get back.
I gotta be up in like 6 hours, so have a good one, guys.
See you, Dan.
Yep, you too.
See ya.
Jeez, you see the Armorcom Phoenix Company's building right now?
It's Phoenix and WRNC.
Alright, so are we doing any more ops, guys, or what's the plan here?
No, we're just screwing around right now.
Alright, I'm gonna go frag some things with some other people, then I'll be back maybe in an hour or two.
Alright, so. Jeez, the air and the tank column. Holy crap.
That's actually not that much armor. Like, when I was in Easy, we would literally have like 50 tanks in one column.
Well, that's Easy Company.
50 Vanguards. It was insane. Yeah, well, Phoenix has just the same amount of people.
Alright, everybody, if you can hear my voice, let's load up in the Galaxy.
Hey, can you merge your squads? Because there's only 3 people on Bravo.
Oh, Farmos, can you make me platoon leader again?
Yo, I pulled a Reaver too, just because I thought you were going to be a little bit longer and I was going to follow Phoenix Company. But I'll cover you, then I'll ditch it.
I'll
Yeah,
stay in
we're
the
just
sky
gonna be
and cover
following
you guys.
Phoenix. Let's all load up, guys. If you're not already, excuse me, in a flyer mobobber.
The Reaver.
And that's a whatcha-jigger.
Permission full max. You want me to pull the
Yeah,
back?
actually no, we need heavies. We've only got the 2 medics, the 2 engineers, and 3 heavies right now.
Understood.
I'm gonna
Stay
go
heavy.
talk to Blackbird, see if he's still on. I don't know.
Yeah, he just put something in orders chat. He's still on.
Hold on, I'm coming back to warpgate.
Now, one thing, do you guys have any sort of thing with the guns on the Galaxy? Do you have a guy who stays in and shoots, for example?
No, in fact, actually, our thing with the Galaxy is you don't fire unless you're fired upon. Because
Okay.
a lot of the time people will ignore it if, you know, we fly max altitude, so flak can't hit us. The only thing we got to worry about is mosquitoes or something like that. We generally roll with 2 Reaver escorts, and then you got the 10 troops in the Gal, actually. Once we get to the objective, we'll generally just decon the Gal and roll out that way.
Okay.
Sometimes we try to land it and preserve it if we're just rolling through things.
Yeah, or, you know, it's all situational, but generally the rule of thumb is do not fire unless fired upon. Alright, we're rolling out with Easy C.
Sorry, I had to get my game going.
Northern way station's clear. We're taking Haven.
Hey Dan, do you have air-to-air?
Yeah.
Okay, I got breakers.
Lots of guys on the ground. Holy crap. Watch friendly fire.
Enemy Sunderer spotted.
Well, I guess we took it.
fuck.
Libra coming for that galaxy. No, it's gone.
Accidentally ejected.
Robo, you know we have this already.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Money.
Want me to get out?
They have a mosquito over here.
Yeah, we got 2 mosquitoes.
Copy, engaging.
Don't chase him, you just might crash. Oh, never mind.
Guys, I think I'm not in your squad anymore. Everything okay?
Yep,
Yeah, we're still here.
Alright, thanks.
We're moving on the biodome right now.
Alright, do you guys do...
flying underneath the biodome stuff?
We've been able to fly through the biodome yet?
Flying.
No. I probably I can't get in there, that's the thing.
Yeah, I've done it. It's pretty cool.
How do you get in there?
You go in
Go
through
through
the
the door?
vegetable side or the rock side?
They really
Going in now.
This fall
You gotta
damage
make
is
sure
crazy.
the terminal's destroyed.
I just got in without it being destroyed.
You're inside Monty right now?
Flying around. Yeah, I'm flying around inside. They're probably like, what the hell?
Very nice. Let me hop all the way up on top of you, and then use you to get up super high.
Hey, kids, I'm sitting here watching you just destroy everybody.
This is pretty awesome.
I would go in if I had air-to-ground missiles. I'm gonna try it. Now their goal is to get out.
Yeah, I'm not really trying to get out.
Behind.
I got him.
Oh, I died.
That is too bad.
That was a pretty good run, though.
I'm in here.
Do it again.
F and Phoenix Battalion. They're the only ones that would try to take a biodome with an armor column.
I think Phoenix is more organized Easy though.
Hey, you guys should see Traf.
Wait, did you say you're inside?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm coming. Let's see if we can...
I got nothing to do in here because I don't have air to ground missiles, but I'm just sitting in here.
I'm at Charlie right now. If anybody else is in here, link up with me.
Just kill the lettuce.
I'm by the gen.
roof.
King's down at A.
I'm landing on repairing my thing because I actually hit the ceiling.
Yeah, that happens.
Kind of do without. I only have hover 1, so it's kind of staying here, hard staying here. I just shot a Max, and then Max like, what the hell just hit me?
Generator repaired.
I'm coming.
Generator destroyed.
Yeah, I got stuck on the wall. God darn it! You can like stick things too easily. I touched the wall, and it's like it's like I'm a magnet to it. It's crazy.
And then it just like pushes you over. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid as hell. Robo.
Oh,
Alright, generator's down, slowly move up.
Hey, Robo.
So Max down there.
I went in, flipped upside down, and some guy hit me in the bottom with my with a decimator or something. One shot at me.
Hey, Robo, it'd be cool if we can practice on Endar and actually do something in Endar.
Sorry, Zach. I didn't know I'd knife you, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was running in like a madman though.
SCU compromised.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
I guess Robo's busy. Drop pods are random. It's like one time, sometimes you can maneuver them, sometimes you can't.
I know, it pissed me off. When on spawn beacons, you can move them a lot.
Yeah.
Stabilized.
But when
I
they're, like,
deployed
in
on
action,
Robo, and it moved really well.